Hey everybody, so today I want to talk to you about one of the things that common things that are happening is feeling like you're an imposter. So the imposter syndrome is such a big thing, especially when you're just getting started in your own business. And I know I've felt it a lot of times too. Anytime you're trying to level up and do something different, you're always going to feel like you're an imposter. And know that that is just your brain trying to keep you in your comfort zone. It's a comfort zone thing where it's trying to keep you safe. But in reality, it's just a check, just to make sure you want this, then yes, you move forward because this is what you want. And you think with your logical side to do that. So really understand that, when you do have imposter syndrome, the best thing to do is breathe slowly. A lot of people call it box breathing, where you're breathing in for 5 seconds, holding it for 5 seconds, and breathing out for 5 seconds, and doing that for 5, 6, 10 times until you kind of get back into you kind of starting to think more clearly. And that's really what's going to help you move forward, is to get to a more logical state of mind when it comes to imposter syndrome, when you kind of feel like, I just don't belong. I don't deserve to be here. And there's nothing that says you can't be here. You do deserve to be there. You do deserve what you want. You desire it, so therefore it can be yours. But your brain is going to go like, well, that's new, so I'm not sure about that. It's the whole fight or flight type of mentality that our brains are hooked up with. If you're in that mentality with your reptilian brain, then you're going to feel like, oh, okay, I have to make a decision. I have to do this. I have to do this. And you don't have to, do what it says. That's where the box breathing comes in. And you want to know that it's going to happen. And so I've gone through this many times when I meet someone famous or something like that. And you get to know them, but all of a sudden they're like, you're just whatever. Working with different entrepreneurs who are making, millions of dollars. These are $1 million earners. And all of a sudden you feel like, well, I'm not there yet, so therefore I don't belong here. And you instantly try to go inside. And especially for those that are introverts, we have a tendency to do that. We go to our default state, which is not saying anything. And, you cannot say anything and listen. You want to listen to people. So that's definitely going to be beneficial, as you want to listen, but also realize that you have valuable feedback as well. And with a number of entrepreneurs that I've worked with, they want to hear from you. A good one is going to want to hear from you. If one doesn't want to hear from you, then you probably don't want to work with them anyway. But that's the idea, is that you're looking to become part of that. Everybody has been where you are, or even worse off. That's a lot of these entrepreneurs are really, really nice people. They've actually lost everything multiple times over and then gained it back. So none of these people have been on the top their entire life, and none of them look down on you. And if they do look down on you, then that's not someone you want to deal with. So realize that if anybody's going to be mean to you, or anybody that's going to, try to actually make you an imposter, those are not the type of people you want to be with. The people that you want to be with are the ones that are uplifting and are part of the team. But you always want to be in rooms where you kind of feel like an imposter. And that's the other side of it too. If you feel like you're an imposter, and there's been many times where I've been in rooms with people that have been highly influential people that are on TV. They're very famous. They consult with countries, and so they're on a really high level of like, okay, these people deal with billions of dollars in different things, and so they're not your typical like 7-figure millionaire. These people deal with billions of dollars, and that they personally manage. So it's entirely different field altogether. But these are really nice people, by the way. And at first you feel like intimidated, but come back to your present moment. If you're in your present moment, you do the box breathing. You could do it silently, but just holding for 5 seconds and breathing out. That's really going to help you be where you are. And especially when you're doing anything like this, like when I'm doing this video right here, it isn't my normal thing for me to do, is to be out in front and be doing recording myself and having the entire world that judge me on what I'm saying and how I'm saying it. But if you do nothing, people are going to judge you anyway. So you might as well do what you want to do and make the most of it. So anyway, that's one of the biggest things when it comes to that, because a lot of times you sabotage yourself, and you don't want to sabotage yourself. You want to be able to move forward your business. Again, we talked before, my video before, about utilizing your learning time to then do action. And a lot of times the imposter syndrome keeps you from action. And that's really what we don't want to do. We want you to move forward in your business. We want to make sure that you're not going to have everything go the way you want to. It likely won't. Most of the time it won't. And even when it comes to like doing new things for like ads and such like that, I talk a lot about people that do ads and A/B testing and things like that. And they said about 80% of their tests fail. So if you think about it, if only 20% of your stuff wins, you need to realize that your actions may do the same thing. You may only 20% of your actions may get you the results that you want, and 80% do nothing. So that's where you have to continue to do the daily tasks and daily actions in order to do that. And so that's why I'm important to do, daily action, doing videos like this with you, so that you can get some information from me and I can help you out as well. And then if you want more information, obviously I talk a lot more of the nuts and bolts of marketing on marketingtopiahq.com, and you can get the link below in the description. But the idea is that you can get the bare bones stuff. You can read about that and dig into it some more. But it's the thinking side that you really want to get into yourself, and that's where you're going to have the most success is keeping at it. You want to keep at it, because you're going to have failures. You're going to learn something and you apply it, and then it doesn't work, or you have something else that isn't working. So that's where you want to change and your mindset to do that. So yes, you are an imposter to yourself and to what you're going into, but so is everybody else. Everybody else thinks about the same thing. And realizes no one's thinking about you in particular, not because they don't want to. It's just they have their own internal issues, and you'd be surprised how much these larger people are just the same as you. They have the same insecurities and such. They just decide to act in spite of it, and that's what you have to do as well. Everybody feels like an imposter, but no one's accusing anybody else. I don't know anybody that's been accused anybody else of an imposter, unless they're a narcissistic a-hole, which you don't want to deal with those anyway. So anyway, that's what I have to say today, and I hope you get a lot of value from that. Comment below what you feel like you're an imposter in, and how you've done that, and what actions you've taken to get over that. Because I think it's really important that you all take action to get out of that, because you realize you aren't an imposter. Put yourself out there, make yourself known.